What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a brand new video. You join me in my Volvo XC40 and we're going on a bit of a drive, and I figured as I was able to see the brand new electric only Volvo Coupe, the Volvo C40, a couple of weeks ago, I figured let's talk a bit more about this car. I already dropped a video with a walk around of it on the channel, so if you want to see that, link is up somewhere here in the screen. But I figured it's a bit of a controversial car here and there, so why not talk a bit more about the pros and cons of it and yeah, what I think of it. Before we get started, as always, please, if you enjoy my content, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot, and we are on our way to 1000 subscribers, which is pretty awesome. So if you want to join the journey, please do so. That being said, let's talk about the C40. So let's start with a couple of pros about the Volvo C40. First one being design. Of course, this is taste and personal, but I really like the new design of the Volvo C40. You can consider it as a bit of a facelift over the Volvo XC40. Being it electric only, you can see that they focused more on aerodynamics, especially in the front. The car is way more smooth and more round compared to the bit squared Volvo XC40. Being it electric only as well, they gave the grille a bit of an update, where the Volvo XC40 has that grille with that big plastic chunk on the Recharge Twin. The C40 is a bit more smooth and mindful with that regard. So I really like it that they still have some kind of grille in the car. It's an electric grille. You can kind of see, of course, that it's designed and not functional. But with that nice black edge below it, it looks very good if you ask me, and I do like some kind of grille in the front of the car. Also, if it's an electric one, it just gives so much more, presence and face to the car as well. So I like that a lot. Besides that, there are also a couple of new headlights in the car. So new design, it's still with the Tor hammers, of course a signature of Volvo. But then the Pixel LED, and you might think now, like, hey, I know that name from something, and well, you are correct. It is from the Polestar 2, of course, a cousin to the C40 and XC40 being on the CMA platform as well. So they share the technology now. So the C40 has the Pixel LED headlights, just as the Polestar 2 has. And yeah, it looks quite good. Smooth design as well on the headlights, and a cool animation when you lock and unlock the car from those headlights. So that's pretty awesome as well. I mean, it's a bit nerdy, but I like it. Yeah, besides that design, of course, it's a coupe. And you whether kind of hate it or love it. On the pictures, I didn't really like the car that much. In real, I actually do. Design-wise, you see a coupe, but yeah, the design is pretty okay. That small spoiler on the back is pretty cool. And also a fun fact actually is that the car on paper is 7 centimeters lower, but apparently they measured that from the placement of the antenna, and the antenna on the XC40 is of course at the back of the car, and the C40 has that in the same manner. However, it's a coupe, so of course the antenna goes a bit down at the end, so that is where you get that 7 centimeters difference in height of the car. But basically, interior wise, you have the same kind of space in the cabin, so that's pretty cool. So don't be worried about a coupe having less space. Of course, in the back it does, but overall the design of the car looks very well. At the rear, we also have those new rear lights, which I really like. They are based a bit more on the concept Recharge, which was revealed a while ago now by Volvo. So it still has that typical element of a Volvo light, a nice silhouette, so to say, but then way more updated, with some gaps in it, and also dynamic when you lock and unlock the car. Another thing I really liked about the car is the brand new introduction color called Fjord Blue Metallic. It looks really good in person. I like it a lot, and at least it's not again another gray or black. I mean, Volvo can start writing a 50 Shades of Volvo book about all their, I'm sorry, Volvo boring colors there currently are in the option list. So Fjord Blue, very nice. It also pretty cool is that just as the XC40 had that cool lava orange carpet, and I'm not biased, but I do have it in my car and I love it, but the C40 now gets a similar option to that, also the Fjord Blue interior carpet option, which is pretty cool. If you ask me, you spec it because it's awesome. It's a nice, also Fjord light blue kind of color in the interior. It's all carpet, from recycled materials, so that's nice. Good job by Volvo. So yeah, I like that a lot as well. Looks good and doesn't make the car, again, you know, a bit boring. And so besides the nice design, cool color, and that kind of jazz, there of course are also a couple of cons if you ask me. But the first one, well, is an easy one. It's a coupe. So basically the trunk of the car has less space for suitcases and all that kind of stuff. So basically, if you ask me, if you have it as a family car, go for the XC40. If you, yeah, I don't know, use the car for business or lease, maybe consider the coupe, as the range will be a bit better, of course, being coupe, having a bit better aerodynamic line. Besides space, another con I'm quite sad about is that the car does not have the sunroof. So it does have a panoramic roof like the Polestar 2 and, for example, also the Volvo V40 from a couple of years ago. So it's all glass and of course looks good and all that, but you can't open it, which I personally like in the summer at least, you know, crack open the window, open the roof, some nice summer vibes. I like that a lot. So that's not in there, and also you don't get a curtain with the car, so you can't close it like I can with this one. Not having the rails in the interior and all that kind of stuff, of course, saves space and gives you more head space in the back. And meanwhile, I'm on pilot assist, by the way, so don't worry, I'm not crashing into anything. But yeah, so that's a bit of a sad thing, and I truly hope Volvo, please, in the XC40, do get that sunroof that you can open. Otherwise, boy, we have an issue. Another one I don't really like is that the car is introduced with its heaviest battery engine. So it will have two motors, one at the front and one at the back, based on that 78 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack, which is pretty cool, of course, but costs some range, as you have two motors instead of one, which is more efficient. And you know, I'm also a bit doubtful about it. Why always introduce it with the heaviest configurations you can? You know, it will be extremely pricey. Wouldn't it be more interesting to have like the car introduced with the single range motor, also the 78 kilowatt-hour, just as the Polestar 2 now got, and the Volvo XC40 will also have it? So why not introduce the car with that one? You know, I don't really understand that. But one thing I'm not really sure about yet are the 4-season recharge tires. The Volvo C40 and XC40 recharge will also be introduced in, or on actually. So it will be specially designed 4-season tires by Volvo, for Volvo. They are for Pirelli, I believe. So I'm pretty sure Max Verstappen won't drive it. Yeah, it's a 4-season tire, and it will be introduced on the C40 and XC40 recharge models in Northern Europe and Scandinavia. It's a 4-season tire, and I mean, in the Netherlands that's perfectly fine. I mean, we get rain, but we are used to it, and that's pretty much it. We have mild winters, mild falls and all that. But in the Alps, in Germany, in the northern Scandinavian countries, I mean, you want winter tires, I can imagine, and summer tires as well then. And not a 4-season tire which, you know, does an average job in all moments. So I'm quite interested in how that will go, and if that will stand for a longer amount of time. Of course, it's an interesting market thing by Volvo. They probably only will have these recharge tires. You will need to go to the dealership for these kind of tires. Anyway, it's an interesting market decision if you ask me. So there we go, that's a bit of a pros and cons list about the Volvo C40. Overall, I was impressed with the car. Perhaps I'm a bit biased being a Volvo enthusiast, of course. I haven't driven the car yet, so of course I will do so at the first opportunity that will arise, so make sure you subscribe for that as well.